Whenever.
Okay, so I'm here with Ben Blanding, a big-time Timbers fan and a member of the Timbers Army. Also a part-time contributor to Protest America every once in a while, and also an avid chatter in the forums. And on Twitter. FatherJack or Father Dougal on Soccer City, or FatherJack at Dropping Timber. And so we were going to ask him a few of his thoughts on the draft today. How do you feel about the Timbers draft in general, and what's transpired this morning?
Well, I feel it's a pretty successful draft. We got Nagbe, who, everyone's consensus #1 pick, him or Kitchen. And I feel Nagbe is going to be a better fit in the team, addressing scoring options and all that kind of thing. Or at least assisting options. I like the fact that he scored 7 goals this year, but assisted on 13. So I like to see someone who's going to be that sort of making things happen guy. As far as the rest of the draft, we got that one guy who's also
Chris Taylor.
Yeah, Chris Taylor, who's name I keep forgetting.
There's not a lot out there.
Yeah, there's nothing out there aside from the fact that he and Ryan Bork can talk about how awesome going to the University of Tulsa was. I don't know. But obviously, John Spencer doesn't think that there was anything left to grab. So, I know he said something, he was kind of impressed by Joel Plata in the Soccer by Eves interview that he did. But didn't take him, so he must have other things lined up, and then just used today to grab more allocation cash.
Well, we do know a lot about Darlington Nagbe, and how do you see the Timbers using him? How do you see him fitting in with the system?
Looks like he's going to probably play like a withdrawn striker role. It seems what he's doing when he played in college, at least. So going off of that, he'll play that withdrawn striker that, like Andre Arshevin for Arsenal. That kind of sets stuff up, scores goals on his own.
How much playing time do you think? Do you think he's going to be a starter from day one?
From what I've heard, he seems like he has the capability. He's old enough. He's what, like 20? Yeah. So he's definitely, he's got the physical gifts to be able to start. As long as he fits into Spencer's system, I think he's probably going to be a starter. I don't see us sitting him on the bench a lot, hopefully. And maybe he'll ease him in as the season goes, or, if you look at what Philly did with Luongo this year, they started him in that first game out of position, and then just slowly worked him into the lineup after that.
Yeah, that guy's actually, he's the host of the show.
Just in general, what are some of your thoughts on the draft? Or anything that surprised you, or?
Vancouver taking Salgado #1. Everyone's surprised by that, I guess. But they did say they were going to do it last summer. They did it. Guess because Nagbe was stonewalling him, and they, for some reason, they didn't want Kitchen, which would make sense if they're going after Robbie Savage, I guess, for that defensive midfielder.
And also the Timbers announced that they, or it's unofficially announced that Kenny Cooper.
The worst kept secret so far.
And so that's big news. And
definitely.
Excited your thoughts on that, and how he's going to fit in with the rest of the new players?
I'm excited to see him here. I think he's going to score a hell of a lot more goals. He scored a lot last time he was here. He had an unfortunate run in Germany, and I guess 1860s lost our game. He never got playing time. Then got injured when he did. As long as he can stay fit, I think he's going to be starting. And he's, hopefully, Timbers golden boot.
Training camp's going to be starting up pretty soon. Guys will be coming in the next few weeks. Overall, your impression is you say Tim should be happy with this draft.
Yeah, in general, getting Nagbe, that's a big one. And, I think the Timbers have a few things yet that we haven't seen. Because they must, because unless they're just going to sign a bunch more D2 players. Although it does sound like at least Rodrigo Lopez is coming back to camp for the Timbers. That's what it sounds like he was talking about on Twitter. And I'm sure we'll see some other guys back in camp from the U2 team. But other than that, yeah, they have to have other things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for talking to us, Ben. I'm sure all the other Timber fans and us were in the same boat you are. Just
Yeah, just
excited and waiting to see what's going to happen.
All right.
Thanks for your